out because I was watching the Ravens panel yesterday, and if you don't know what we're talking about, we do panels every off season right before the season kickoff, basically a season preview. We had a Ravens panel come up, and it was just so happened that the Ravens fans, not Carl, but more so my man Chris, was calling out their starting quarterback, and boom, I guess the front office heard him and said, you know what, we're gonna get the heat off our quarterback for a second, and we're gonna restructure our pass rusher. So it came out yesterday in a bevy of news. I guess they was going back to back with it. Trey Hendickson got an extension of 16. What is it? He was previously scheduled to make 16 million, but now he got a new total of 30 million for 1 year. Basically, it's a $14 million increase. And around this time of year, most people are doing their performance reviews if you work in the office environment. So I guess he had his performance review and it got approved. And now he got that $14 million he could put on the back end. Fellas, all season, he's about to get traded. He wants an extension. They're trying to trade him. They say we need 2 first-round picks and a young defensive player. They say people called and said we want Trey. And then they say, you know what, we just going to pay Trey something. What was your reaction when you first heard this? And I'm going to start with you, Carl.
The Bengals going to bank him. They're not going to get the job fully done. They just going to have just pay him. This, you know what this seems like to me? It seems like they're like, well, we did say we was going to give you some money if you did do good, but we really don't want to pay you for real. But we did say it, so I guess here's a bonus, or here's an increase, here's a raise. But just if you just pay the man, then he be. I don't get it. It just I don't get it. I don't understand why they just don't pay him. He led the league in sacks. He was one of the bright pieces of a terrible defense. Now I get Joe said a couple episodes back, probably like way back. He was like, well, why would you pay him? Y'all had a terrible defense, even though he shined. And I can agree with that. But then you do this. It's like, it's either you gonna pay him or not. But y'all told him he would. So I mean, he in good faith believes y'all. So just pay him. I don't know why he's just dancing around it. All he's doing is pushing the pollen back for next year. Pay him, get it over with. Because, again, as you learned from the Jamar Chase situation, he does well again. The price does nothing but go up when you could have avoided that.
Joe?
I don't like how they handled the situation altogether. Like, I felt like when it came to, like, they could have potentially got a draft pick for him. Like, this is how they treated him in this whole situation. But to be honest with y'all, I think this is what they wanted to do, and I'm okay with what they did. Because like I said, right, everybody keeps saying this. Oh, pay the man. Pay him. Pay him. Pay him. People forget they just gave Jamar Chase the most money a receiver has ever gotten in NFL history. Then they turned around and paid T. Higgins. And now I want them to throw the bag at Hendickson. Oh, but your defense bad. Like Carl said, the defense was bad last year with Hendickson. But look, in the draft, they went crazy on defensive picks, right? So they got a lot of defensive players for the NFL draft. People are complaining, and they also got Notre Dame's defensive coordinator as a defensive coordinator now. So they switched up. A lot of people complain about the preseason, but we all know. I mean, a lot of the Ravens. I mean, we all know when you get a new coordinator, it just takes time to gel together. Sometimes they would do that. I know, Carl, you thought it was a shot. It wasn't a shot.
I was wondering where you was going.
I was
but the
too.
Ravens, look at them last year. It's another thing I'm about to praise Lamar about. Everybody always talk about, look at Joe Burrow. His team couldn't get no stops. That's why they weren't winning. People forget Lamar's team was doing the same thing early in the year, but they were winning. So I just want to put that out there. But they were not stopping nobody. And then out of nowhere, they flipped the switch, right? So it could happen. We saw Philly. Now I know I told us to AJ, Philly, kind of the same defense, just drafted some new guys, and the defense became number one. So I like what they did. They said, you know what? We don't want to pay them long term. But what we do want them this year, though, because Joe Burrow did come and said, sign T. Higgins, sign Jamar, and sign Trey. Our QB said that. So we got to keep them for this year because we have a team that could potentially get to the Super Bowl. So let's just give him money this year. And if the defense improves and he balls out, then we can pay him. So I actually like what ended up happening. I just don't like how they handle it altogether.
Yeah, no, I'm with both of you guys on that. I think it came out, and Adam Schefter right now is really. Make sure y'all join the chats, man, so y'all can follow my boy Dave, man. Shout out to Davey Doghouse, because with his scoops, it be spot on. Because I heard Adam Schefter already come out and say that Scary Terry. He said something about Terry not possibly wanting to be on the team and all of this, and then boom, Terry signs. He comes out and says Michael may be leading to a divorce with Dallas, and technically that still may happen. So Adam, you walking a thin line right there. But with this one, he was like, hey, he could get traded. For this one, it really seems like they had a mix up. I think it was guaranteed money or the length of the contract. They were going back and forth. It seemed like they was at the table there. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I know y'all will, because I've been watching the shorts and y'all been going crazy on the shorts. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button too. But if that's what it is, you all could have came to this conclusion earlier during training camp or during OTAs. It's just like, hey, all right, if we can't meet in a common ground, we're just gonna give you this $14 million raise, maybe $12 million. It could have been less in the beginning if you would have just had this conversation. And now you're here again, hindering your salary cap, also listening to your quarterback who's telling you to pay all these people. But Joe Burrow, when are you gonna tell them to get you an offensive line? Like, you want them to pay everybody, but get you at least a tackle, a guard, something. Nobody on the offensive line is your friend that you want to get paid. Because I understand Trey was one of the bright spots of the defense, but you be running for your life, my boy. They had you in a preseason game, and we seen what the Commanders was trying to do. They was trying to take them out early. They said, we don't even want you to have a good season. We gonna show you what it is. And
That was the line too. That was funny.
that offensive line is
They
terrible.
just did.
Yeah, basically, like, hey, there you go. But for Trey, I think for him, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do the $14 million, but I'm talking to my agent every day saying, look, if we, what do you have, like 17 sacks, 17 and a half?
17 and a half, I think.
If we get 18 to 20, we out of here. We ain't even talking to them no more. We gone. They gonna have to try to franchise tag me or something. I'm out. Then I don't owe them anything, because this is insane. But hey, get your money, man.
But see, my thing is, it's easy to say they could have did this earlier, but Trey Hendickson, this is not what he ultimately wanted. He wanted a long-term deal. So it's like another game of chicken. You know what I mean? Like, we want to give you this, but no, I want this. Because they came up with a deal, but the guarantees weren't in place. So now time is like ticking. Opening week is less than a week and it's a week and a half away. So it's like, all right, we got to make a decision. What we going to do, y'all? And it's kind of like, all right.
Sounds
common
familiar.
ground. We're going to get you in for this year. Then we'll revisit this next year.
Not even talking about Micah, Tomo.
No. I was about to take a walk on the dark side now that you said that, but I'm going to let you go first.
It sounds like the same thing that happened with their first round draft pick. It's just the Bengals are going to Bengals.
The Bengals are terrible, yeah.
The front office sucks.
I think the way they handle situations is bad. But like I said, the outcome, I'm okay with the outcome, what happened. Because paying them long term.
They lose in the end because all they do is end up paying more money.
If the defense improves, if it don't improve, we can just walk.
No, I'm not talking about the Trey.
They could have traded and got something for him though.
I'm not talking about the Trey Hendickson situation. I'm just talking about the Bengals in general, how they play situations. They normally just lose in the end anyway.
Yeah, they but them paying Jamar and T, that was new. So this is why I don't get with the Bengals organization. Sorry, Tom, I know you want to go.
It's not new. Hold on, it's not new. They'd pay Chad. They'd pay TJ.
Hey, how long was that?
But it's not new. You said it's new. You ain't saying
bro, they paid T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and one offseason.
They didn't have to. They could have avoided that.
They did it. My whole point is, this one I don't get.
Hold on.
You got to pay Jamar. You got to pay T. Okay, we paid Jamar T. Now you got to pay Trey. But you don't pay Trey. The Bills are terrible. Now, I'm not going to go that far because that wouldn't have been smart to me. If your defense was terrible, bro. And don't get me wrong, he ain't like Micah. He ain't where I was Michael Parsons.
Or 20.
My point is, it's their fault. It's so stacked.
Nah, he young. Micah 25. Micah young.
Micah?
Yeah.
Micah's like probably 25, 26.
Yeah. He better not be 25.
Yeah, Micah's probably 25, 26.
Oh,
because he got drafted 5 years ago.
What's long shot?
Bro, that's what make it worse. But go ahead. This is not a Cowboys topic.
25 years old? Dang.
But my point is this, Joe.
26.
Okay.
It got stacked because of them. Jamar came to them early. Hey, I'm trying to get paid now. Nah, we're not paying you this year. Triple crown. Now you definitely got to pay him. You could have paid Jamar early.
Nah,
paid
you're
T.
right.
Higgins
You're right.
this year and Trey Hendickson, and it wouldn't have been stacked till you got paid all three in 1 year.
You're 100% right. Like I said, the way they handle the situations is terrible. I'm with you on that.
Man, Jamar would have came to me like, I want to get paid now, early.
Jamar Chase, come on now.
Come on. Thank you.
But go to the dark side, Tomo.
I don't even want to go no more because it sounds like the same thing Micah did. He went there early and they waited till now we here. But it's crazy how the two front offices collab, but one gets more, well, Jerry paid for that. But dark side.
Oh, we killed the Bengals? No, don't you?
No. I'm just talking about. We good here. Yeah, we killed the Bengals.
Oh,
all
you're
the
talking
time.
the media.
Like,
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. No. We good here. I'm just, because people outside of
the Bengals.
Yeah, we good here.
AJ was over there trying to defend him. If Jamar Chase really that guy, they'd have gave him that cheese. We like, no, bro, it's the Bengals.
And then he went and got a triple crown.
That's another thing with the narratives in our chat is we'll have a narrative for a whole off season, and then that following season the player ball out, and then it's like, you know what, you kind of gotta give him a little bit of respect. I was killing AJ Brown for like 3 seasons straight, and then boom,
tight end, street shots.
I mean,
shout out to AJ with the whole Herbert narrative, and he,
I was kind of behind him on that.
Yeah.
He on the Burrow side of things, but if I remember my comment, I'll bring it back up. I don't remember it, so we got Mark backstage. We can.
I'm pretty sure it will apply to us. Go ahead.
It might. Mark may say something crazy to make me remember what I got to say, but in other